Yeah. My side girl got a 5S with the screen crack. Still hit me back right away. Better not never hesitate. Don't come around, think you're getting saved. Trying to show the dogs brighter days. Got a torch trying to light the way. Biting everybody, which is ironic, cause your next album probably won't ever see the light of day. Have fans, but you let them down. But I guess that's how you niggas getting down. I'm so high up, I'm like, how niggas really getting down? I could never have a kid, then be out here still kidding around, boys playing around. Where you really wanna take it now? I got $150,000 for an after party, and I gave it to the killies just to break it down. Bring us up, I never take us down, but if you bring me up, then they might take it down. Fake fuck with me back then, but it's getting hard for you to fake it now. Fuck being rich when I'm 40, man, I'm trying to make it now.
Hell no, never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide to save. Michael Phelps with the swim moves. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes. Quavo, young nigga, I invented you. Ike Turner with the left hand. Griselda Blanco with the trap moves. Gangland with the right hand. Undertaker with the tattoos. Never listen to the classroom. Switch it up, they bit the last move. I'm a magnet for bad bitches. You got the going out sad bitches. I spent the 50 on the chain. You spent your last 50. I got the key to the streets. You got the key to defeat. I got the key to the war zone. You got the key to the peace. Hell no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide to say.
We gon' go live, we gon' go live, yup. We gon' go live, we gon' go live, yup. Getting loose, yeah. Off a Henny Rock and a Henny Goose, yeah. Ocean deep in my swimming pool, yeah. Doing dead prayers in my living room, yeah. Taking shots, feeling bulletproof. Flood my roller, told my bitch, let's go snorkel. Out in Portland, tryna get in her organs, yeah. No, I did not sign with Jay, but I still send a tidal wave, yeah. I might just go get the fade, buy the do-rag and just tidal waves, yeah. It's lit at the crib, you can stay. Me and Dre kick like kid and play, yeah. The way that she serving that cake, I gotta sit back and digest. I guess, for the fuck shit, I'm biased. I mix, double the cup when I stress. Got my mama out the basement, that's a different type of facelift. Remix be about the bracelets, don't hit us asking what the wave is.
Hell no, never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No.
Davey Martinez has to go. He is not a good coach. He wasn't a good coach in 2019. He got carried by Howie Kendrick, Juan Soto, Ryan Zimmerman. Davey Martinez has not done shit for this team. He is a bad manager, and it is showing right now. What's wrong with cracking a V8 during the Caps game?
Cracking a V8, dude?
Down, trying
Is
to
this a
take
Coors Light,
relax?
Krabs? It's vegetable juice.
Yeah.
Like going home and saying, I'm just going to crack a V8 while watching the Caps game. Like, you need to be put in an asylum. You know, the fastball heavy approach gets a Mets team that is just crushing baseballs and getting no results, not just yesterday, but the whole lineup has been hitting the ball hard and had nothing to show for it, especially recently. Now you get a fastball heavy Ryan Nelson that has his struggles against lefties, and you have a lot of those guys that have been extremely unlucky that are going to see him from the left side.
Bringing in George Pickens. Surely this works out for the Dallas Cowboys. Surely bringing in another veteran here who's toxic, cancer in the locker room, a me guy. Surely that helps out this Cowboys team that already has plenty of those. Jerry Jones, my man, you did it again. What is going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 701 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your hosts, Krabs. We got LC hopping on today as well, W's, and as always, presented by Bookit Sports. If you guys are not downloading Pickets, if you're not using Pickit every day, if you have not tried it yet, please do me a favor. Go check that out on the App Store or Google Play. It is the best bet tracking app out there by far on the App Store or Google Play. You guys should go check it out yourselves. Could not be freer or easier to use. W Pickett, go check it out yourself. Okay, yeah, Jovan is away this weekend for a wedding and stuff, so he's not going to be able to hop on today, but we got LC coming in hot here in a moment after the W recaps. All right, so why don't we keep moving and grooving, get over those puppies, get them done, and then we'll get LC on here, start crafting up some winners. Okay, let's check out that squad ride from yesterday. Shout out Nathan fucking Luke's. Luke's Q, my favorite sandwich. Fucking him, bro. Absolute Nukenheimer in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs. I gave up hope. I'll be honest. I gave up hope. But he came through, and I should have never doubted, and I would have lost my freaking mind if they won 14-0, and then it was 0-0 through 5 innings. We were close. We almost got it, but shout out Nathan Lukes. I think he was hitting in the 9-hole last night, hit an absolute whale of a home run to keep us fucking alive. Let's go, Nathan Lukes. Sure we can. We got Sade Whiteman coming in, dropping 5 subbies to get the day started. Sure we can, Sade. Let's fucking go, dude. W. Sade, you've been splooging subbies in here for the last couple of days. W. Knight of Sin 70 coming in hot as well, resubbing for 10 months at the end of TMA. W. Mikey, Lauren, and Joshi on TMA before BTL today and every day. If you guys are missing that shit, check it out on YouTube or Twitch. W show today. All right. Mystic Goon, W follow. We appreciate you following on Twitch. We are live on YouTube as well. Let's check out the Sharp report from yesterday and see how we did overall. Pretty good day, 3-2. Nothing to write home about, but that over in Arizona and LA was atrocious. The Stars, my goodness, never in doubt. They came through, and again, Toronto first 5 -0.5. You guys are digging those first 5 MLB plays. Get in, get out. Taiwan Walker came through somehow, and everybody, all 8 billion people had them, or had him. More than 2.5 earned runs allowed. And then Corbin Burns, he absolutely shoved. So that's on me. I got some better squares today. We're going to craft up a winner on Prize Picks during the show as well. And we did smack a KBO play to start the day out today. People forget that. And I am checking out the YouTube chat right now as well. W. Justin Shoot getting active in the YouTube chat. Love to see it. We got Killa for free in the YouTube as well. Lay it with the Thunder. I don't know about that today, my man. We'll talk about that game, though, a little bit, and we'll talk about the ice and the diamonds. We'll talk about it all. Shout out my fucking goat, Im Jong-sung, an unsung hero over there in the KBO for one of the worst teams in the KBO, the Doosan Bears. Shout out the Bears. Shout out Joshy's Bears. They came through. They were on a 5-game losing streak. They had not beaten SSG all season. Well, they turned that shit around last night. I could not figure out for the life of me why that shit team, why the hell they were sitting at plus 110, not plus 200. And now we know why. They were coming through early in the morning this morning. I think they were down 5-1. Next thing you know, they're hitting grand slams. Next thing you know, they're winning the game. Shout out Doosan. Let's go, Skywalker. At a boy. Sure we can. If you guys want to play, maybe I'll break out the KBO notebook tonight, and we'll see what we can find. I don't know. You guys got to want it, though. Shit's not easy. All right. W Day today. Let's have an absolute Thursday. Let's kill it on stream. Let's get LC up here, and let's talk about some plays for today. What is up, LC?
What's up?
Long time no see.
I know, dude. Bringing back OG BTL vibes.
Yeah, let's make a call. Let's get Wiley back up and moving. Huh?
Might
What's he doing right now? Unbelievable. Yeah, who knows? WLC, I'm excited to talk some Prize Picks with you. We'll talk your Rangers a little bit. And I want to pick your brain a little bit about the week 1 lines that are out in college football, which I'm sure you're down to talk about, along with your Texas versus Georgia week 1 matchup. That's going to be epic. That's going to be sick. But Ohio State, excuse me. Ohio State, the national champs. That one's going to be good. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Hokies a little bit. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about your Rangers. That game starts up right now. You've probably watched a decent chunk of Rangers games so far this season. Maybe not every game, but I feel like we were all expecting a little bit more from this Rangers squad. They're not toast. They're not, sub 500 or, out of the playoffs by any means, but they really have not passed the eye test, at least for me. You want to talk about the Rangers for a second here and what you've been seeing out of the squad this season?
Yeah, it's really disappointing. Obviously, we're missing Seager big time. But to start the year, it's like our bats were nowhere to be found. And now our bullpen is they're just horrendous, dude. Like, we should have won that series against the Astros, but 2 games in a row, as soon as our starter left, the bullpen just melts. And I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this team anymore. It's just really frustrating to watch right now.
Yeah. I feel like they're wasting wins. I'm with you. Some of these starters are shoving and they're wasting it.
Yeah, DeGrom came out and pitched a gem yesterday. Yeah, he gave up 2, but it's like we had the lead when he got pulled, and then we just can't find a way. And then we have freaking Luke Jackson coming in, just throwing Thanksgiving platters.
Yep.
It's just a joke.
The bullpen is terrible. You got Garcia from the Nats, who's actually pretty solid, who we traded for Nate Lowe. and he's been killing it for us as well. So that was a W trade for both squads, but they need more arms in that bullpen. They're wasting all these great starts. I mean, Maley has been great so far this season as well. I don't think anybody really expected that, and they're wasting his starts sometimes too. Evaldi as well. We'll see if they can go out there and get him a win today. Did take his more than fantasy score. We'll see how it goes. Looks like that game just started up, and looks like we already got 2 quick outs for the Rangers. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that nuke was insane last night. Thank you, Goots.
I mean, like, what are we doing, dude? I mean, I made a tweet about it yesterday, but it's like, are we just not even trying to throw competitive pitches out there? We just throw a hanging off speed. Just sat down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, that shit was on a tee.
We have seen some bad pitches, and trust me, like we're good at posting them, specifically Jovan. But this one, I mean,
that's up there. Here, give me 1 second, guys. Keep talking.
Everyone in Bookit could hit that 400 feet.
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm smacking that ball. That's at least a double for me. Just a joke.
I like Luke Jackson. Like, I was high on him to go in the year, but I mean, the guy, like his routine when he goes up on the mound, he prays for like 5 minutes. Never works for him. Never works for him, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, dude.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
I mean, yeah, Dominguez didn't even have to try. That's just swing the bat, and you're gonna crank that.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Hey, Burger.
Dude, shout out Burger. Had 2 nukes yesterday. Was not expecting that. It's good to see.
2 nukes Qs. He's been crushing the ball since he's been back.
Yeah,
he has.
Since he's been back.
Sorry, I had to dip. I got a maintenance guy working on the fridge, but we're good now.
You're good, Krabs.
We're chilling. We're back. W Goots, hold it down. Bro, that nuke. I mean, the bat flip. How did his fucking wrist not snap off when he twisted the bat like a goddamn samurai sword when he hit that puppy?
They need to start getting some runners on base for Burger because all his nukes when he's been back are all solos.
Yeah.
Let's get on base.
Yeah, we just can't hit. We can't do anything right now.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything right. Although as soon as we chirped them, Josh Jung immediately got a single. So we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens. Bring them home. All right. Lauren, I want to talk some prize pick squares with you and just see if we can craft up a 2-piece that turns green. I know you've been frustrated with prize picks of late. You're already shaking your head. I get it. But I think we could turn a 2-piece green. And whether it involves demons or goblins, I don't give a I don't give a hoot. I don't give 2 hoots. Let's find 2 squares that are turning green. Let's go back to an OG 2-piece and let's cash a fucking lineup tonight, huh?
Like, Krabs, I need it so bad. It's literally been like 3 weeks since I've seen green.
I know.
This is like an all-time cold streak for me.
Trent's rubbing off on you. You're starting to send too many 4-pieces, too many 3-pieces. Let's go back to the basics. And this is a good reminder for me as well, and probably for chat too. Look, 4 pieces are great in moderation. 6 pieces are great in moderation. But if you want to turn a prize picks lineup green, the best thing you could do, by far, 2-piece.
2-piece.
Has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be done. So let's go back to an LC 2-piece here. Are there any angles, any teams, players, anything you want to start with that you're liking on the slate?
That's surprising. Like, I've pretty much only been doing baseball recently. But today, for whatever reason, I'm wanting to squeak into the NBA lab. And just the toxic part of me, and this is probably why I've been losing. Oh, GG Cam.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's okay. We can still hear you.
The toxic part of me wants to go back to Naz Reid, who sold 2 or 3 prize pick entries for me a couple of days ago. I think he scores tonight, dude.
Nas fucking.
Yeah, I think he has a big bounce back game.
Bought him before. Could be a bounce back game for the guy who's coming off of, I mean, look, you're more tapped in the NBA than me, and I'm not as tapped in as most probably in the chat, although we did dabble with some NBA talk. I saw it all over my feed. People bitching about Naz Reid having an atrocious start, costing his team a win, not cashing anything, costing people lineups left and right. You don't got to tell me twice. If you think it's Naz Reid, I'm super down to get involved here, and we can keep it simple with his points.
Yeah, I do like that. I'm even eyeballing his little demon 2.5 3-pointers made square too. Oof. I think he has a big bounce back game.
I mean, he loves jacking threes.
Yeah.
There's one thing I know about Naz Reid this season in the Big 2-5. It's that the guy loves splashing threes.
Anyway, even last game, like, he was so cold and he just kept ripping them. And his problem last game, he was just shooting lasers. There was no arch in his shot whatsoever. I think he dials it in today.
Why is that the first square up on the 3-point board? First one.
They really want you taking that demon threes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
good sign.
I feel like we just keep it simple with him and take his points. If he hits 3 threes, we're already at 9, and he's probably getting fouled. He's getting to the free throw line once or twice in that game as well.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's great vibes. We've had some funny stories already with 9-finger Nas when we were betting on him, and he turned into prime Shaq down low. I faded his rebounds when he had a banged up hand a couple months ago. Next thing you know, the guy got 20 boards in the game. So we've had some funny stories about Nas Reed, and I feel like you bringing him up out of the blue, we got to take him.
It feels right, dude. I've been saying, like, if the Timberwolves have a chance against OKC, they're gonna have to start getting inside on him.
Right.
That's the guy. And he's so due for a big game.
Nas fucking Reeds. Why don't we keep the 10.5 points in the queue?
Okay.
That could be a bingo square. That could be a freebie bingo square.
I like
We'll
to
see.
think
We'll
so.
circle back to it. Okay. Let's see what else is going on the MLB slate. Because the ice, I mean, look, the ice does not typically treat me well. I kind of like that Sergei Bobrovsky more than 2.5 goals allowed. But again, that's 2 of the best defenses in hockey. I don't even know if I want to get involved with that, although I do like the Hurricanes to get a big-time win tonight on the ice. I feel like we got to find a play on Prize Picks for MLB.
For sure.
I think Flaherty goes out there and pitches pretty well today. I think Tanner Bybee goes out there and pitches pretty well after his first bad start in like over a month. He was locked in. He was on fire. I don't know if that's a game that interests you, but I'm on the under in that game, or either of those 2 starting pitchers you think might pitch pretty well. With Bybee and Flaherty facing off against each other. I like Severino to give up some runs for the Athletics tonight against the Red Hot Angels. Any of those stick out to you?
I am a big Flaherty backer, so I'd be interested in looking at some of his squares. I haven't looked at any
look
yet.
At his squares.
Yeah.
Let's go look. He's got a 31.5 fantasy score, 5 strikeouts, which is tucked away behind a little goblin 3.5 strikeouts. That's interesting. No normal hits allowed square. He's got a 93 pitches thrown. He's got Demon and Goblin earned runs, which whenever I see a guy up there for 1 million earned run options, I typically think they pitch pretty goods and end up going less than because you can't fucking take a less than for him there. So that's a good sign for Flaherty to pitch pretty well. I kind of like his fantasy score more than 31.5. I wish you had some more squares up though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I guess we could dabble on the fantasy score. None of these are really screaming at me though. But probably that fantasy score is the best one.
What do you guys think, chat? Fade Severino, they like?
Yeah. I mean, that's always.
He's coming off
a good option, like
no-run inning or no-run game. He shoved. We got John Mula coming in, dropping a resub. Let's go, John. Attaboy. Appreciate you, Beast. I mean, Severino could be fadeable tonight against the Red Hot Angels. Never thought I'd be saying that in May. The Red Hot fucking Angels. I mean, they're almost back to 500 right now. They've won 5 or 6 games in a row. They got Tyler Anderson on the bump today, and that guy goes out there and shoves every goddamn start. It's
I was about to
crazy.
say tonight they could go for 2 sweeps in a row, huh? Which is crazy.
Isn't that insane? Like,
who would have
the
thought?
contrarian to me, I want to fade it, but it doesn't work in baseball. Like, these teams just keep on streaking. So maybe it's back in Tyler Anderson to do well. I've seen some Jackson Merrill love in the chat. Jackson Merrill up for a normal run square. Please look at that chart. I'm assuming it's completely red.
Oh my God.
He hasn't done shit. And we took him yesterday. That could be the one. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that could be auto. And it's a normal square?
Is that giving you green vibes? I'm checking the odds on the books.
I'm seeing minus 125. Yeah. I like that a lot.
All right, maybe we put that, and that's an early start. We can kind of sweat that this afternoon.
Absolutely.
What about a little 2-piece Jackson Merrill? We're not asking for the world. We're asking him to cross home plate one time after they got outscored 14-0 yesterday. I fucking love that, right? I love backing an offense after getting shut out like that. And what if we paired it with 9-finger Nas?
Dude.
LC's gut play.
That feels really good, Krabs.
I agree.
That feels really good.
Can we take the 10.5 points?
I think
Instead
so.
of the Demon threes? Okay. All right. I'm in. Little 2-piece hold the fry, chat. If you guys want to get involved, I will drop the link so you can tail. It does start up in like 15 minutes. Okay. Merrill Run Square has been there the whole series, by the way. I bet it has. And it has yet to cash. If there's one time it's going to cash, it's after they lose 14-0 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the afternoon he finally crossed his home plate. I'll drop the link if you guys want to tail. Jackson Merrill, more than half a run. And Nas Reed, more than 10.5 points.
I love it. I know on TMA, you were kind of talking about the Padres Blue Jays game. I know you were saying you like the Padres. I wanted to hear a little bit more from you on that game.
Yeah, and that's, this Jackson Merrill game. It starts up here in 10. I do like the Padres on the ML. I don't like seeing Trent tweets getting fired up saying he's getting involved on the early slate. I'll be honest. That might be cake. And again, I have to remind myself once a week on the diamond because there's always shit going on like this. And look, people are betting the pods as well. And maybe we just ride with that Merrill square, and that's what we root for, because you can't fade streaks on the diamond on the fucking books and expect success, right? This team has lost 5 in a row. There's still 7 games over 500s. Baseball has so much variance where you see teams like the Twins ripping off 10, 11, 12 games in a row. You see teams like the Orioles, who have a good squad, losing 7 games in a row, right? Shit like this happens all the time. It's a norm in baseball. And when you play 162 games, there's crazy, weird streaks like that, and they continue. You can't just fade them and get rich. Trust me, I've tried. So although as much as I want to take the Padres, it reminds me of a play that I would lock in without even thinking twice about it a couple years ago on the diamond when I lost so many units on the diamond. It looks like a fake sharp play to me. Now, I still lean that way. I still like it, and I still love fading teams when they get blown out and lose by 10-plus runs automatically, especially when they're getting shut out. So I do still like the Padres, but I think I'm just going to sit it out and sweat out this Merrill square and see what happens. Be smart. That's what I'm going to do. Look at all the people betting on them to end the streak. It scares me. W Pickett Pro, W Goods, all those San Diego bets. Shit.
I mean, yeah, they're due to
Toronto
warm up
won.
again. They're a good team.
Yep. Falcon Beast, I'm with you, Krabs. I used to do the same shit last year, and it cost me everything. You can't do that in baseball, man. You just can't do that in baseball. It doesn't work. Trust me. Josh is on the Blue Jays. Sure. We got a Goldie single. I saw Judge got walked.
Yeah, runners on first and second, 2 outs. Voldy has 1K.
Yeah, we're going to need a Voldy to get out of this puppy. Big time at bat coming up here. Big time at bat. Gates, I don't know if it's worth our time, maybe sweating out that at bat. Whatever you think, but that K in the first for Valdi's huge. At least we got that going for us. Okay. Dead Larry Bird coming in with some sharp plays today over in Colorado, over in Boston, the Mariners, the Angels team total over. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to tell you twice, especially after Severino, threw a fucking shutout in that last start. Could be a good time to fade and back the hot Angels bats. And we'll see if Dominguez can do anything here. That's the guy who hit that fucking Nukenheimer last night, the walk-off. And immediate out. Let's fucking go.
That's what I
Come
thought.
on. Take
What
a
happens
fucking
when you
stick,
throw a good competitive
Dominguez.
pitch? It's funny how that works.
Yeah, you stick to the bottom of the zone, you have a chance. Come on.
Let's go.
W Nerfy Chad, cashing the Nerfy. That one was sweaty, but look, you don't want it to be too easy. You got to feel something. And Trent in the group chat saying, I put Naz Reed in a lineup. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. All right. Well, he can't jinx everything. We got to hit something. All right. What other games on the diamond are looking at you funny today? Were there any other games you wanted to talk about? I know it's not the most loaded slates.
Yeah,
Teams like the O's and the Nats are playing, so not too excited.
Not really. I mean, I am interested in this Angels Athletics game. I guess if anything, if we were going to talk about like more squares. But other than that game, no. It's just not the best slate to work with. If you're asking me,
it's certainly not. But yeah, why don't we take a peep at some of the squares in that Angels and Athletics game, because I could certainly see some runs, and that could be a good Moe's stack type game. See if there's any weird looking squares up for the Athletics. I mean, I obviously want to fade Severino.
Yeah.
and his more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. And that kind of goes hand in hand with,
Right.
Angels team total and Angels runs.
Do you think
That
the
could
Angels
be-
win? I'm assuming.
I do. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because again, Krabs a couple of years ago would be auto just fading the Angels until the streak ends, and I'd be an absolute shit. This year, I'm just being smarter, more targeted, and that shit just simply does not fly.
There you
in the
go.
Big 2-5, and you lose more coins doing that. So, yeah, I do think the Angels win. They're catching 20 cents of steam, and I think the Athletics keep losing. They're on a losing streak right now as well. They cannot sniff a baseball. It's tough to watch them at the plate right now. Besides Nick Kurtz, who's actually starting to hit the baseball and hit some nukes and catch his fantasy score for Jovan and Trent. I saw that on the feeds. Besides him, the offense has been terrible, and even Brent Rooker's cooling off. So people in chat right now are saying Rooker needs to be banned. Yeah, he's not coming through. And then when we don't take him, he's fucking Barry Bonds. Yeah, we did take Jackson Merrill more than half a run, like Peg is saying in the chat. We paired it with Naz Reid more than points in that NBA game tonight. Okay? And yeah, after chirping Rooker, it could be his day today. Let's go look at some Angels bats. I don't want to force, but if there's some sort of stack we can get going with Severino more than earned runs allowed, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. But let's take a gander at the slates, and then we can pivot and talk some Dallas Stars hockey because they got me bricked up after that game last night. Holy shit.
Electric.
That was so sick. They got Kyron Paris squares up there that look like bait. There's whenever they put up a guy for half a hit, half a TB, all the same squares that are the same thing, I feel like they're trying to get you.
You're 100%.
So I hate taking guys like that. Kyron Paris probably isn't doing shit today, and he's up after getting 21 fantasy score in his last game that he played in. Before that, he had 4 straight bagels. So that's probably not a guy I want to take to do more than on Prize Picks. Logan O'Hoppy's got a crazy green 1.5 hits, runs, RBI square. I'm not in a rush to take that. Maybe Luis Rengifo more than fantasy score. That's the first one that I've looked at that I don't mind. And maybe Nolan Shanuel, who's been pretty solid for them as well from the left sides. He's coming off a Shugs bagel in that last game too. Those are 2 guys who I wouldn't mind taking on Prize Picks, Shanuel and Luis Rengifo.
I could get behind Rengifo. I was looking at Rengifo and Neto.
Neto is probably their best hitter.
Yeah.
Moncada's been red hot.
Too.
Taylor Ward's been red hot. They've been low-key carrying the offense. Let's go look at Zach Neto. He's got a half a run square that's pretty green, although I probably don't want to fade that. That makes me want to stay off the run square, but maybe it's his fantasy score?
That's what I was looking
More than
at.
7.5? I kind of like this 4-piece. You got Severino, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed, which is one of my favorite squares of the day. You got Luis Rengifo, more than 5.5 fantasy score. You got Zach Neto, more than 7.5 fantasy score. He's their best player on the team, besides Mike Trout when he's hurt, obviously. And then Nolan Shanuel, their 2-hitter, who's been cold the last 2 games. Good matchup for him, lefty versus righty. I'm taking those 3 gents with that Severino, more than 2.5 earned run square. I'm going to see what happens. Little 7X.
I like it.
I'll drop the link in the chat if you guys want to get involved.
It's crazy. If you do the Severino earn runs allowed with just Rengifo hitter fantasy score, it's a 2.5x. I'm not even giving you a 3x.
They're not giving you any handouts.
None of those.
Game. No. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, they do correlate, but
they do correlate.
Well, this is a 4-piece that's either going to go 0 for 4 or 4 for 4, but you know what? We're not here for a flex.
No,
we're not. I'll drop you guys the link here in a second once the website loads here again. How about a 4 for 4, Gates? Sure we can. Sure we can. All right, I'll drop the link here in the chat for you guys to tail if you want to tail that Angels game stack. It's nothing crazy. It's not a 6-man. It doesn't have demons. So AKA it has a fucking pulse. We'll see how it goes. All right, and we do have that 2-piece as well if you want to get involved. It starts up here in the next 4 minutes. I'll drop the link to that one as well. Jackson Merrill, more than half a run, and Naz Reid, more than 10.5 points. Sure.
It's be sweaty.
2-piece. All right, let's shift here. Let's shift focus. Maybe we could pull up Pick a Pro and look at the Stars' next game this week. Look at some of those odds if they have them. But I'll tell you what, I was pretty down in the dumps watching that game last night. Edmonton comes out hot. They're playing so much better early on in that game. Even the goal for the Stars was just a great play by Tyler Seguin, where he just pickpocketed them. Like in the NBA, you pick the guy's pockets, cookies. Next thing you know, you're going down the court and dunking wide open. It was like the easiest fucking goal of all time. It never felt good for the Stars early on in that game. They were getting outgunned and outmanned. And I was like, holy shit, this game's going to get ugly. And it did, 3-1. And I ruled it out. I was like, holy shit, they didn't do anything in the second period. They're giving up goals. They look like crap, but they're on a power play heading into the third period. I'm like, all right, they have a pulse, but they got to come out here and score right fucking away. And they did. And then they scored again. And next thing you know, the Stars had all the momentum. Were you in the same boat as me? LC, did you think the team was dead or did you believe the whole time?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, once they went up 3-1 on us, I was like, okay, like let's start worrying about game 2. I was really disappointed because I was like, okay, like we played game 7 at home this past weekend. So like they've been at home, they've been sleeping in their own beds. Like I think they're going to come out firing. And so when they went down, I was like, God, dude, it just kind of gave me flashbacks of last year, but they just goated up. And that third period, 5 goals, just so electric.
I mean, that was some of the most dominating. It was probably the most dominating period of hockey I've watched all year.
100%. And they do say a 2-point lead is just the worst in hockey. Nothing good happens.
Now I'm starting to see why. That shit pisses me off, but it's true. Right? It happens. Next thing you know, 3-1, it's fucking 6-3. And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It was unreal.
The most domination I've seen in an entire period of hockey this postseason for sure. And I watched the fucking Caps and Kane series, and that one was ugly. Right?
Yeah.
And that's saying something. So, I mean, the sky's the limit for the Stars team. They're fucking great again. I think they win the series. I think they could even go on, potentially win the cup. My guess is it's going to be them versus the Canes, but the Canes have to win tonight for that to even be possible. They can't go down. They can't go down 2-0. They got to win tonight. And I'm taking them tonight on the ML. They're -130. It gives me, similar vibes with Dallas last night at home, -130, but this team has their backs already against the wall, down 0-1 in the series. But I've already seen it with this Carolina team. I just think they're a team of destiny, and I know they always fuck it up. They always melt. They never come through. They never win the cup. And they always, people are always bitching about how they blow it in the playoffs. So I'm waiting for them to do it. But I think it could be different this year. Their defense is fucking elite. The Caps couldn't do anything. They went from looking like the greatest team of all time, Ovi shining, to not getting a single fucking goal in the series. It was embarrassing. Their defense is so good. They don't even have the best goalie. But it doesn't matter because they don't let anybody get to the fucking net. So, your Stars, they're going to get there, in my opinion. But they're going to have their hands full once they do. If Carolina can win tonight and they can win that series, I think it's Carolina versus the Stars. How are you feeling about the Stars' chances overall, not just this series, but the rest of the postseason?
I mean, I would feel a lot better, like, weirdly enough, or maybe it's not so weird, but I'd prefer to play the Canes over the Panthers. Because to me, like, the Panthers are just juggernauts, dude. Like, they are just, I think they are probably overall the best team. So I'd really like to play the Canes, but yeah, I mean, I do think we beat the Oilers. It's just a lick back from last year. And I think yesterday was very telling that we're not letting that happen again. They got down 3-1, came back and just smacked them. And I think it was just a statement when, like, you're not doing this again to us. So I do feel really good about the current series. But yeah, I like to play the Canes if I had my pick. But both teams are great, obviously.
It's hard to win 2 years in a row.
It is.
Right? And the Panthers are defending champs. We'll see if they can do it again. If they do, they're actually fucking juggernauts.
Yeah.
They're them. But we'll see if that ends up happening. People in chat are talking about the Canes. They can't score enough to win the cup. Yeah, I mean, that was their issues, obviously, in game 1. We'll see if that ends up happening tonight, although I feel like it'll be much more of a defensive game. We're seeing the total open up, same number as game 1, and we're seeing the under get a little more juicy as well, although people are betting on it, and these are 2 of the best defenses left in the postseason and debatably 2 of the best defenses in the NHL. So a little update here for the rest of streams today. No surge today. Trent is moving out of the Fade House, but good news. There's going to be a Sweats in person tonight at the office. LC, I believe you're going to be involved as well. And we got a little Sweats going on tonight for OKC. So that's a W. Trent will be there as well. You guys will get a Sweats tonight, but no surge today. All right, give and take. Just give the guys a couple days, and they will be settled in and be in the office more, and the streams will be all back to normal, guys. Okay? W Trents, WLC, W Sweats. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Do we have odds up for the Stars game 2? I'm assuming no.
I think we're minus 125 right now.
Oh, hell yeah, we do.
Okay, there you go.
Wow. So after winning game 1, they are shorter favorites to win game 2. It's always sketchy, but I mean, the Oilers came out hot to start the game, so wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again, and then Dallas has to crawl back into it. But haven't they kind of been second and third period heroes this entire postseason? I feel like the Stars have been comeback kings.
100%.
Right? It hasn't been a problem. So it's probably me bet the Stars again. Edmonton scores first again. I have a mini heart attack, and then they claw back into it, and hopefully they pull out the W. Okay. All right. Already seen it. And a reminder, the Knicks are winning by 5 on Friday in their next game. Had to get that back out there again. I think I saw the soul leave Mikey's body when I said that on TMA earlier. He goes, hey, how about the spread getting fatter in game 2 after they lost? He was fully expecting me to just go, oh, yeah, they're going to win by 30. I think they probably end up hooking there, but I do think the Knicks get a win. I still cannot believe what the fuck I saw in that game last night.
Yeah, dude, that was just, it's embarrassing. It's a gut-wrenching loss. And I was telling Mikey, it's just how do you respond? Like, you can't let Halliburton create that meme of like the choke. It's just like, I don't know. I hope they can bounce back for his sake, but holy dude, that was. I mean,
he hit him with the choke emote or choke emote like you're playing in fucking Fortnite. Little did he know that it was a 2 and not a 3. I'm assuming by looking at his face and his reaction that he 100% thought it was a buzzer beater. And then they zoom in on his fucking feet. We got another Kevin Durant situation. His toes on the fucking line. Did not think he'd have to go to OT, but good on them for closing it out after that happened, because I fully expected the basketball gods, the gambling gods to screw over that Pacers team after he hit him with the fucking emotes before the game was even over. That was crazy.
I think it's all over the newspapers. Yeah, like you, I'm sure he thought that was the game winner or whatever, but I think it's pretty cool because like at that moment he's calling game. Like he knew they had all the momentum, and I don't know, they're just cold-blooded.
That was the most insane shot I've seen since the fucking Kawhi shot he hit running out of bounds that rattled around. The ball bounced 10 feet in the air and then went right back in swish. I've never seen something like that in my life.
That's crazy.
One of the luckiest shots ever. And Yanks 2 on 2 outs again. All right, we might have to sweat that puppy. Shit.
Oh boy.
We do have 2 outs. We'll see if we can get who's up. Peraza. He just doubled. So we got Peraza and Vivas on base. W Goots. And we got Trent Grisham, who's been Barry fucking Bonds so far this season. Better than Soda. Better than Soda. Oh. And Padres are flying out. All right. And
we move.
Let's fucking go. W Jinx. Barry Bonds, my fucking ass. Let's go, Trent Grisham. Attaboy. Attaboy. I do agree, Dead Larry Bird. It's probably the Wolves tonight. And we'll talk about that here in a moment. I want to talk to LC a little bit about college football, and then we'll get to the Sharp report and stuff and squad ride towards the end, guys, and we'll lock in. But I want to talk a little bit about week 1. We got some confirmed kickoff times. I got a couple spreads I'm looking at. We could talk about some more. And obviously Texas, Ohio State, we're going to have to mention here and just bring up right off the rip. I want your non-biased take, although I know it's going to be a little biased. What are your thoughts facing off against the Natty Champ week 1?
I mean, yeah, I'm feeling really good. I mean, I hope Arch has that Quinn gene where that first big game of the year, like we always win. We had it with Alabama, we had it with Michigan last year. But yeah, I think we win this game. I do. I'm not worried. I will be there, boots on ground. It's just going to be a statement win for the season.
I know. I'm looking at the ML, kind of funny. They are Texas is +3 in this game. They're giving the defending Natty Champs a field goal on a neutral site, I believe. Right? Where are they playing this puppy?
It's in Columbus.
Oh, it is in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you're telling me on their home field, it's -3, aka most people would say on a neutral site that means it's a fucking coin flip pick 'em. The defending Natty Champs versus a rookie QB or whatever you want to call him, a guy really making his first fucking actual statement start, as he's going to be the starter for the rest of the season for the first time. That's crazy to me. That's a great sign for your Longhorns. I
They
think.
know it's coming, dude. They know it's coming.
Could be the Arch Manning tax, but we haven't even seen him go out there and win one game yet, right?
Oh, he started for
think
us
it's
last year.
Couple,
It
right?
wasn't
When
big
Quinn
games,
was hurt.
but
Yeah. And then they also mixed him in a little bit in the run game kind of too at times, right? To kind of throw off the defenses. Yep.
they did.
All right. That's going to be an unbelievable. I mean, I got the Hokies playing South Carolina, and I'm more excited for Ohio State and Texas. That's going to be potentially game of the year. You guys win that game, you're going to be the number 1 ranked team in the country.
Oh yeah, and I love chat just chirping, dude. They hate Texas more than they like their own teams. That just brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy.
It means you've got a fucking chance.
That's right.
That's what it means. It's a good thing for that +3 or the ML for week 1. That's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, people thought last year Michigan was going to run us out, and it was just belt to ass. Same thing's going to happen here.
Oh man. Yep. You guys compare Ohio State ML with South Carolina ML on that Sunday, and that probably pays barely plus money. Surely that hits. WJJ Mulehi coming in hot with a resub as well 9 minutes ago. W Lockmith coming in, resubbing as well. I don't know how that one squeaked. Appreciate you, Locky. W's. All right, let's talk about these other couple games. Syracuse versus Tennessee. I mean, I'm not super stoked for this one. Obviously, Syracuse loses their stud QB. They lose their stud receiver, Pena, who I believe, God, where did he transfer to, chat? Stud receiver from Syracuse who would catch every fucking ball thrown to him last week. Where did he end up going? He went to a big name school.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody will tell me here in a sec. Penn State, yes. Penn State, 100%. And watch out for him this year, by the way, for Penn State. The dude's a fucking stud. But Syracuse offense is certainly going to take a step back. I thought they'd be getting more points in this spot against Tennessee. But again, Tennessee had a weird QB change as well after all that NIL bullshit. But Tennessee's a team I'm not going to want to fade this year after how all that went down, especially if Aguilar ends up being their starter, a guy who I've had eyes on since he was at App State the last couple seasons. This dude's a playmaker. And if they can figure out how to cut down the interceptions for him, that's been his one kryptonite. And if you look back at what Tennessee QBs have done so well over the last couple of years, and that's been minimizing the turnover. So I don't know if it's the staff, the play calling, what it is, but it's the perfect fit for Joey Aguilar, who I think is going to be an underrated arm, who, by the way, transferred from wherever the former QB was going to be to go now play at Tennessee. It's one of the weirdest flip-flops for starting QBs we've seen in the transfer portal era. And I'll be honest, I don't want to fade Tennessee here, but Syracuse, I thought would be getting more points. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. I don't know if you have any thoughts on Tennessee this season or this game at all, but now's the time. Syracuse versus the Vols.
I mean, Tennessee's defense is just normally pretty good. I don't know anything or much about this Joey Aguilar guy. I know he played at App State. Who's the quarterback for Syracuse now? I need to do my homework, but
this is when we need the Rav notebook.
Yeah.
Right?
Need to get that up and moving.
Because Syracuse, they got the good coach right now who's saying the right things, doing the right things. That's another school that's going to get a better football program as the years go on because they got a ton of NIL money. Looks like this year it's going to be this guy, Ricky Collins, who was a former LSU QB, redshirt sophomore. He's got to be talented if he was originally at LSU. So we'll see how that goes. Right, but the guys probably know Patrick Mahomes.
No, I'd probably take Tennessee in this spot.
Yeah. I think they're going to be a little pissed off this season as well after all that QB drama. I think they try to make a statement week 1. They probably keep their foot on the gas. I'm not going to want to take Syracuse, but I do think the number is a little shorter than I expected. Maybe it's some leftover respect for the Syracuse program that keeps getting better in a time of NIL. So, yeah, I probably won't bet this game, but if I had to, I think I'd side with you in Tennessee, and I'd ignore the weirdly short number. Especially in week 1, you got to trust your gut a little bit more and trust what you know. You can use a little bit more of your football brain. And as the season goes on, you can bet more, weird lines and shit. But week 1, you got to trust more what you know and your research. Okay. Rodone is shoving right now. Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe this is another free under in this game, but still a lot of ball left. He did get a strikeout on Higgy. Keep us updated in the chats. Okay.
He doesn't shove against us, man.
I mean, yeah, it's been that type of year. Right? They fired their hitting coach. That didn't really help yet.
We almost let Chase. Chase Dolander. He had, I think, 6 innings without a hit against us.
He almost threw a no-hitter, and he's atrocious. Yep.
Yeah. So who's not shoving?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Their approaches have been terrible this season. Everybody's taken a step back in that lineup. Although, don't let Jake Berger get hot. It might be too late. We'll see if he can stay hot today. W Nerfy for Yay Lads. Sure we can. No runs in the Padres and Toronto game. Let me know when baby Jackson Merrill is getting up to the dish here. Oh, he's actually probably leading off this next inning. Maybe we pull that up, Goodsey, if you don't mind. And then we can swing back around to some of these other games on the gridiron. I would love to see Jackson Merrill's at bats. Maybe we can sweat that puppy out. And there it is. Goots is fucking dialed.
Here we go.
Captain Slim, we'll do the Sharp report in a little bit towards the end after we go through some football with LC. And then we'll do squad rides. But stick with us. We'll talk about the rest of the slate. Sharp report, prize pick squares. How about a leadoff single for fucking Jackson Merrill? Let's go.
We take those.
Yes, we take those. A leadoff single. The big 2-5 for Jackson Merrill, who has not sniffed a fucking hit in what feels like weeks.
A double would have been nice, but we'll take a single.
Yeah, a double and shit, even a triple.
Hell, even a home run if you think about it.
Oh, that would have been real nice. Yep. Hey, we'll take a single with him and the way he's been swinging the bat. We'll take everything we can fucking get. And we got to rely on the rest of this fucking lineup. Oh, God. Gavin Sheets. Come on, boss. Move the runner over. Whatever happened to doing a job?
Oh, my God. Krabs.
Krabs. No shot.
Come on. No.
How about a Nukenheimer? No small ball needed. How about just a fucking nuke over the fence?
We knew that square was free.
Come on.
What was it doing up there?
What was it doing lurking? Let's go.
Come on.
How about that, chat? LC said, I'm putting meat on tape. That square is fucking weird as shit. It's turning green. And what do you know? It's green as shit.
We moved to late night Nas.
Absolute meatball, by the way, that pitch. We're not talking about that enough. And yes, we move on to 9-finger late night Nas. Sure we can. Sure we can.
Wow.
Let's go, chats.
Go, Krabs.
Late night Nas. That's what I'm talking about, LC. How about a green square already in the second inning?
That feels good, dude.
Yeah, look, it's been rare these days. Not just with you, with the whole
rare.
squad. It's been hard to turn squares green. Straight up.
Yeah.
You got to appreciate them when you can. Looks like we got a 4-pitch walk there with Wyatt Langford. Okay. We'll see if we can get some 2-out magic there against the Yanks. But, yeah, we can only expect so much, right? After we just splooge there for that run.
Yeah.
Can only expect so much. Let's fucking go, chat. Come on. All the 8 billion people out there with Padres ML tickets as well. W starts. A lot of ball left, but W starts. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. W new follows as well on the Twitch. Love to see it. We got H Santana. We got Dill Pick coming in hot as well with the follows. We're live on YouTube as well. What's up, SBR? Oi. Good to see you, Beast. No Jovan today. He's traveling for a wedding this weekend. So no Jovan today, but he will be back soon, guys, okay? All right, let's get back to business here. I want to ask you about a couple other week 1 games, and then we'll get you out of here. Alabama, Florida State. Roll fucking Tides. Alabama, are they back? I don't know. They're laying 12.5 points, though, against Florida State, a program that certainly needs to hit the reset button after whatever the fuck we saw from them last year. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. This is probably a crabby spot, though, where I'd want to back my ACC team here and take Florida State with the points. This one simply might mean more for them, looking to kind of make a statement and show that their program is alive after a bunch of changes. But do I want to fade Alabama week 1, who's going to be extremely well prepped and looking to make a statement as well for them? Probably not. Do you have any thoughts on Bama versus Florida State week 1?
I do think we see the Alabama bounce back here this year.
Okay.
I will 100% be backing them in that game.
Okay. Yeah.
Last year it was embarrassing for them.
Yep. No, you're right. It wasn't just Florida State in this matchup who had a letdown season. Jalen Milroe and the Tide, they certainly took a step back and did not do, what the new coach wanted to do and accomplish. I'm with you. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, fading Tennessee. I don't really want to do that either in week 1. This one simply might mean more for the better squads. Yeah. What about LSU and Clemson? This one is a little bit of a closer matchup. Clemson's laying 3 points. That's a team I got circled, this upcoming season who I think could do some serious damage. And they have, in my opinion, the best QB right this second in college football. Maybe Arch gives him a run for his money later on. But as of right now, I feel like Cade Klubnik is the best QB in college football. Do you think he backs that up against Brian Kelly and LSU in week 1?
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought Klubnik was a really good quarterback. I do think it's really interesting. Like, it feels like everyone's super high on him this year in this
Yeah,
Clemson team.
you're
And
right.
I don't know if I fully understand that. I mean, I understand like he's a vet now. He is a really good quarterback, but like this Clemson team overall, like why is everyone so high on them? Am I missing
Hmm.
something? Did they have like a big transfer come in?
Well, they
Or
do start to hit the portal now, which is good because
they
Dabo
did?
was so anti-portal for a couple of years, and it bit him in the ass. Their team was fucking terrible. So they do hit the portal now, and I think a big part of it is people realize how bad the ACC is right this second, and they're thinking that Clemson just dog walks through the ACC, and it's kind of the easiest path to
Yeah.
a really good, top 4 seed in the college football playoff. So I feel like that's why people are high on them. It's definitely a bad sign. It gives me Hokies vibes from last year, although this team is actually good. It's not that much of a reach,
I
right?
don't
But
know if that's the same.
we can't forget everybody on fucking earth thought the Hokies were going to do shit last year, and we saw how
I
that
thought
panned
they were
out,
gonna be
right? So
good.
all 8 billion people,
Yeah.
everybody on fucking earth thought Kyron Drones and the Hokies were going to show up. And what do you know? Yep, go ahead and cash at SBR minus 1,000. Hokie mentioned. They stunk it up. So let's hope it's not the same case here for Clemson. I'm probably going to get involved with a little bit of a future on Clemson. I don't know if it's to win the ACC yet. I don't know if it's to win the Natty yet, but I got to do some more digging before the season. It can't go unnoticed either or not talked about. Garrett Nusslemeyer, the QB for LSU, is also very good, and he's not getting talked about a lot either right now, and I'm sure he's going to want to show up and impress people against Cade Klubnik, who's getting all the talk heading into the season. So that's a scary narrative. LSU last year was very lucky as well, and they came through a lot in spots for sharp bettors. So that scares me too. I would have liked to see Clemson laying some more points here in week 1. Maybe this is a situation where Clemson loses here. Everybody hops off the Clemson bandwagon. They go, oh my God, it's Clemson falling apart again. And then they fucking go undefeated the rest of the season against their shitty, non-conference opponents, the ACC. Next thing you know, they're the best team in football at the end of the season. That's kind of how I see this playing out. I don't love Clemson week 1 here. I was hoping to see them laying more than -3. So could be LSU week 1 and then back in Clemson the rest of the year is kind of what I'm thinking.
I'm kind
I
of
do like your point with
over
Cade.
and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, this total is at 56.5, and I've not been bringing up the totals in the other games. They're all lower, right? Syracuse, Tennessee is going to be a little bit higher because of what Syracuse's offense did last year, whether they have the guys or not, and Tennessee can surely put up some points against that quail shit defense. That total's at 55.5. The Bama, Florida State, and Texas, Ohio State games both have a total at 50.5, so a little bit lower, a little bit more of a defensive-minded slow burn in those games. Not really shocked there. This total in LSU and Clemson, 56.5, we're getting points.
Oh yeah.
Right. And that's not that surprising either to say in this with 2 great offenses, 2 of the best QBs in the country. So this one should be fun.
And if you do like the over, you probably like Clemson a little bit more too, because that LSU defense, as we know, is just always just
Sure.
ran
Yeah,
through.
they're not great. They're trying to revamp. They got my Hokie Mansour Delane coming over there playing cornerback, who is one of our best players that they just poached. And I mean, we can't match these NIL packages in Blacksburg. So
Yeah.
what are the kids going to do? Obviously, they're going to go. I'll be rooting for them, right? We'll see if he can shore up that defense. They got some other good pieces, some new pieces in that secondary this year that are supposed to be good, but we still need to see it. Any non-biased thoughts on the Beamer Bowl? You got Coach Beamer's son, Shane Beamer, at South Carolina down in Atlanta on a Sunday. Weirdest game ever, 3 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday in Atlanta, neutral site against the Hokies, who are struggling like no other. What are your thoughts?
Well, I kind of want to hear your thoughts first. What's your take on this game?
I mean, we're going to learn a lot about this team right off the rip. We got a whole new squad coming in this year. I mean, we lost 20 players to the fucking NFL, and I still can't figure out how we only won 6 games. Absolute fucking joke. Whole new team. We hit the portal hard. I mean, our coaches are coaching for their lives. They're hitting the portal for their lives because they know if they don't come through this season, they're gone, right? So that's a team that I do want my coins on. And everybody was all over the Hokies last year. So maybe, we know how gambling works. Maybe it's this year where we see this Hokies team show up and they overperform. And in an ACC that kind of stinks this year, they certainly could. But seeing them open up plus 9.5 in this game was certainly sketch. I don't love it just based off the lines. But again, like I talked about before, in week 1, in week 2, week 0, you got to use more of your football brain. You got to use more about what you know, the rosters, what's going on at practice, more than just reading the lines. And obviously the Hokies are going to be getting a ton of points, a touchdown at least, against Lenora Sellers, who's one of the most hyped up guys in college football for this season. He's like this year's Kyron Drones. So we'll see how that pans out for South Carolina in that offense. I wouldn't be shocked if the Hokies cover, but in my opinion, I think you're better off either taking an alt line that's a little shorter at plus chicken, or just taking the Hokies on the ML for half a unit, because they probably either are legit, they show off right off the rip that they're a legitimate team and they can hang and they win outright and they shock the world, or they lose by 20. And this one's not even close. So I'd rather have an ML ticket for less coins than back in a spread.
Yeah, I mean, you know more about Virginia Tech than I do, obviously, but I'm so surprised that this line is where it is personally. I would think South Carolina would be hanging at least 12.5 against y'all, especially like the run they went on last year. And Lenora Sellers, like you said, there's a lot of hype around him this year. I like him.
Yeah.
But looking at this, I mean, this screams Hokies to me. Okay.
That could be exactly what I needed to hear then. That's fucking massive. And yes, Jack, Kyron Drones is 30 and he's still playing college ball. Leave him alone. Let him fucking a kick and dream, right? Let him run it back. I honestly respect him because I feel like most kids in that spot, and by the way, he's not 30, he's like fucking 24, just like every other QB. I respect him for coming back. 9 out of 10 guys after that quail shit season are fucking out the door. They're calling their agent. They're getting a new deal somewhere else. They're hitting the reset button, right? Plain and simple. Respect for him for coming back after he could not throw a football. He could not throw a football to save his life. And he said, fuck it, let's run it back. I was fully expecting him to get the hell out of here. Maybe it's not a good thing that he's coming back. Only one way to find out. But you know what? Maybe you're right, LC. Maybe being inside of 10 points on the spreads.
Yeah.
How the Hokies were last season. South Carolina is going to be preseason ranked. I'm coming around to that a little bit. That's probably a good sign for the Hokies getting single digits.
Dude, if I'm you, I might be starting talking shit with this line. Like, honestly.
Look, and this one is a big one for VT against Little Beamer, who everybody wanted us to hire, and it just never worked out timing-wise. It's also personal for him, right? He wants to beat the fucking Hokies, the school that his dad coached for and built up, and then we didn't give him a job. So this one's personal for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fucking game. Standalone, Sunday afternoon, unbelievable time. Neutral site down there in Atlanta. I might have to spawn in there. You're going to be excited.
I feel like you have to.
I might have to spawn down there. Okay. All right. And now I'm back bought in to the Hokies. Great. Just what I needed. Head into the season. All right. W's, chat. If you guys want to lock in, we could talk a little bit more about some winners on today's slates. LC, it's been an absolute pleasure talking some ball. Hopefully your Rangers can pull it out and beat the moose shit Yankees. It would put a large smile on my face.
I doubt it, but yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Hey, you're being smart. You're setting the expectations low.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That way you don't get disappointed. And hey, your stars came through. They look legit. At least we got the stars moving and grooving. Big time win last night. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. LC, always a pleasure. We'll get you on here again next week.
Sounds good.
W's.
All right,
Krabs. Appreciate you. We'll be. W's. And GG's stream exploded. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go. We're talking week 1 ball. We're talking Hokies ball. I did not have getting swindled and talked back into buying into the Hokies on my bingo card for today, but now we're here. And I'm ready to lock in a fucking future. What are the odds on Kyron Drones Heisman this season? Okay. Yeah, cut me off, Goots, if I ever did that again. That was the stupidest thing I've ever said. Okay. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's get the slate back up and moving here. We got about 30 minutes left. Why don't we pull up the sharp report for the peeps? W gatekeeping, W Goots, get me in line here. Unreal vibe, sure we can. Quinn, appreciate the new follows coming in as well. W's. It's always on your bingo card. You got me, Sam. You got me. Red-handed. Okay. Let's lock in. Late May, and we're talking about Hokies ML on the gridiron. What else are we supposed to fucking talk about, Winky Binky? What the fuck else are we supposed to talk about? You want to talk about Aaron Judge, who just struck out? We can talk about that. You want to talk about some more plays on the diamond that are going to lose? You want to talk about Orioles ML? Sure. I got one play on the diamond for tonight that's going to smack. Hey, Nerfy Chad, circle this puppy. This could be a good Nerfy option for you. How about the under in Cleveland and Detroit? The under in Tanner Bybee versus Jack Flaherty. Look, these guys, their ERAs are not looking great. Their stats are not jumping off the page, right? They both got, 4 ERAs, 4+ ERAs. But I really think this is going to be an absolute pitcher's duel. And I trust the bullpens, as crazy as it is to say. I trust Clase. I trust the fucking Guardians bullpen right now. I trust the Tigers bullpen, who's been sneaky good the last couple of years. W. Nerfy chats. Which way do you lean on winning the Tigers game? See, that's a tough question. I kind of like the guards. But I don't love it. I like this under. Okay, under 8. Total opened up at 8.5. Under was pretty juicy. Now we're seeing a juicy under 8 on the books. And yes, Merrill was fucking air. Shout out LC. Shout out you guys for plopping that option in the chat, talking about Jackson Merrill. We took a peep at it. She co-signed it, said it's fucking smacking. Next thing you know, it's green. That's just what the fucking doctor ordered. Let's go, chat. W's. Under 8 in the Guardians and the Tigers game. I think we get a pretty good outing out of Flaherty. And I think Bybee goes out there and shoves and bounces back after his worst outing in the last month and a half. Before that, he was nails. He pitched so well, he had a fucking diamond card up on MLB The Show. Tanner Bybee, after a terrible first month of the season. You guys remember that? When I was getting super mad back in Tanner Bybee because I liked the kid and he came out like quail shit to start the season. I remember. I certainly remember. And now we're here. He threw like 5 straight gems in a row. Pitched so good, he got a great card on MLB The Show. But his last outing, he kind of got mucked up a little bit, took a step back. This is the time to buy back in. It's not too late. And yes, I'm seeing the Jays asking Q's. They've got bases loaded, 1 out. Ooh. That's not good. Who in the chat sweating out the Padres on the ML? Would love to know. Or if you have Blue Jays ML, let me know as well. Would love to know what to root for in that game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be rooting for the Padres, considering how much you guys were talking about them earlier. I know Trent's on them as well. Probably going to be rooting for the Padres and some runs. Yep. Not surprised to see that. Okay. Yep. Give me the under in the Guardians and Tigers game. I trust the bullpens. I love the total drop in. I mean, Cleveland, it's not really a hot take back and under in their games. They've been an under machine of late. They've hit 5 straight unders. I think that continues again tonight. I think Bybee shoves. I don't think the offense gets going too much for the guards. And I really do think Bybee shuts out or pitches great against the Tigers. And Flaherty will do enough tonight. He'll do enough. Okay? The Tigers have been too hot. I don't like them on the ML. I lean the Guardians, but I like this under better. All right? Let's talk about the Canes. The fucking Canes. This is my Stanley Cup champ. So if you're looking for a future to lock in on the ice, this is probably a good time to buy in. I do think they get the win tonight. I hope they keep catching steam as the day goes on, like the Stars, right? But I'm all over the Canes tonight. I know people in the chat are saying, oh, they can't score. They can't keep up with this juggernaut for Florida. You guys know how hard it is to win back-to-back years in anything? Could be fucking darts for all I give a shit about. And we got a double play to get out of that inning. Let's go, SBR. Sure we can. Sure we can. Sure we can. And yeah, hey, I'm Matt. Would love to see how that K. Barrett Ruiz switch hitting catcher card is, the diamond, for the Team Affinity 2. I'm assuming they're not out yet till tomorrow, like you're saying. Would love to know how that card ends up being. I've not played the show in a little bit, but I miss it. Yeah, double play, W's. And yes, thank you all day, Alan. I appreciate the flowers. W. George Springer square last night. How about George Springer spawning green? Hell yeah. Love the Canes, Krabs. If they lose tonight, series is dead. I agree. It's a must win. I hate saying that. All these fucking games are must win. But yeah, it's a must win spot for the Canes here. They cannot afford to go down 2-0. They cannot afford to go down 2-0. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, got to get that K. Barrett. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm excited for that card. Switch hitting catcher. I need to check out the attributes, but that could be huge. Canes are 0-13 in their last 13 Eastern Conference final games. I know they are fucking cursed, man. They are literally Jermaine Kersey. They are cursed. They are terrible. But tonight they win. Tonight they win. I'll be honest with you guys. Favorite play tonight, Canes ML. And you guys should probably vote accordingly for the squad rides. Like I've been talking about all fucking month, how my favorite play never wins. And it's always my least 2 favorite plays that end up coming through and winning. Let's keep that in mind when we get to the squad ride vote. But again, you guys keep doing whatever the fuck you're doing the last 2 games or last 2 nights. And we're in business. I know Richie's done with hockey. Again, though, pick and vote for the play that you guys love the most that you know is turning green, whatever sport it is, okay? And if that's the Canes tonight, it's the Canes tonight. If that's, one of these plays I say I actually like less, but you guys want to take it because those are the ones that turn green, maybe it's that. Right? Maybe we start leaning on that, the other secondary plays. and the ones I put meat on tape for don't always end up hitting, right? It's like the one play I'll text in the fucking group chat with my buddies. Hey, this one's hitting. That shit never hits. Like, I don't even send plays in the group chats anymore because it's always that play that loses and then all the other plays hit, and it drives me fucking nuts. We got to start leaning into what works and what doesn't. Sure as hell I ain't voting for the T-Wolves spreads. I know, and the problem with the T-Wolves is Trent said it perfectly earlier on the stream, and I can't let this get swept because there's a very smart comment from him. And he's right. I'm still waiting to see an OKC ticket. Besides his, of course, it's probably coming, but I'm still waiting to see an OKC Thunder ticket tonight. He's not wrong. That was a great point from him. I'm still waiting. Okay? Stars were like 0-8 last first games in the series, but pulled through. Good points. But are we getting 2 in a row, Nerfy Chad? I guess that's me playing devil's advocate. You know, I agree with you. But are we getting 2 in a row? 2 nasty plays on the ice. I hope so. Knock on wood. Sharp plays hit for me pretty well on the ice. It's one of my better sports statistically. Favorite plays on Prize Picks? We'll talk about those here in 1 second. I got 2 squares that I fucking love. And we'll get to those here in a moment. All right? Speaking of the Timberwolves, I'll take the 7.5. This is an eye test play. I don't like, the number being at the same, although I guess most people would say it's probably sharp for the T-Wolves, sitting at the same number they were sitting at in game 1. I know it's maybe a half point off. Who gives a hoot? They got blown out in game 1. They're sitting at the same number right now, coming off that loss. I certainly like the T-Wolves based on that, on the spread plus 7.5, but I have not seen an OKC ticket all fucking day. And we look at the splits. I'm looking at the Visson splits. It's the same as the Pickett splits. It's fucking public dog central for the T-Wolves. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And maybe we could pull up the Pickett Pro splits once again, show the peeps. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I saw earlier the T-Wolves were public on the spread. People are betting them. Maybe Scott Foster is helping out OKC. Maybe he's helping out, Minnesota here to keep the series close, try to extend that puppy. Who knows? Who knows? I commend you for plays outside the diamond. Yeah, Richie, really trying to keep it quality over quantity on the fucking diamonds. WB2 right. I appreciate the support, Beast. I appreciate the support. Got to keep the energy up. Okay? What's up, Lancer? Good to see you, boss. This scares me right up here, guys. This is Exhibit A. Let me see if I can point the right fucking direction. Exhibit A right here. This scares the living daylights out of me. This is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night. This is the kind of shit that makes Trent do backflips and cartwheels before he starts up the fucking night sweat stream in full uni. 70% of the money on the T-Wolves spread, 60% of the bets on the T-Wolves spreads, even the ML is getting more bets. Holy smokes. Everybody thinks they already know the fucking future tonight, it looks like. And OKC ain't a part of it. It's all fucking T-Wolves all night. This scares me. Right, Dead Larry Birds? I'm getting terrible vibes. Terrible, terrible, terrible vibes. I did not know they were this public. And Trent's right, man. I have not seen a single OKC Thunder ticket on the feed all fucking day. I chalk it up to the people don't think the Wolves bench won't go 2 for 5,000 this game. Okay. Sure. Yeah, would love to hear any thoughts that you guys got. Please. And people are betting the over. That's not really that surprising. There's the public being the public. Oh. Have you looked at Erman Marquez squares? Now could be the time. Why don't we pull up my squares? The Sharp Report squares. I'll sell them, and I'll check out the Erman Marquez squares as well. Although I'll tell you guys what I always say about Erman Marquez. I would never really back that guy to do something good on Prize Picks ever again. I can't do it. Sure, the squares make it seem like he's going to pitch well today against the Phillies. I promise you he's not. He just sucks. You can't get sharp with a guy like that. He throws fucking turkeys. He tosses them every goddamn pitch. He is a Thanksgiving man. He's showing up, bringing the turk himself. No need to preheat the oven. He's coming with that puppy signed, sealed, delivered, fresh off the presses. He's bringing that Thanksgiving turkey every 5 days. I'm done getting sharp with him. I'm in a better spot, better headspace. Life is better when you don't get sharp with Herman Marquez. That guy will drive you fucking nuts. Canes MLA. And the chirping begins. I'll be honest, Dead Asteras, every time you chirp, the play hits, so keep it coming. Appreciate you, boss. We got Trevor Williams and we got Gunnar Henderson up on the board. Goots, get your ass up here, man. What are you doing sitting behind the scenes during this moment? So you got Gunnar Henderson up here. I need your thoughts.
I mean, it's a crazy square. It's an unbelievably crazy square.
Yeah.
I've never seen a regular single square, but seems like you have. But I mean,
they're very rare. That's a good point, Goots. They don't come up often. They're typically goats.
It's not like you're fading them. You're just fading them not to hit a single.
Triple, shit, even a double.
Yeah.
You go out there and you can get 2 doubles.
I mean, I will say he's been pretty cold lately, so he's probably.
I thought he was starting to heat up a little bit, though. Huh?
A little bit. I mean, he had a game the other day. He was 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. So I mean,
yep. So here's what I'm thinking.
Ball and play.
Can I give you my reasoning for taking the square? And I want you to give me your honest thoughts.
Please do.
Okay. First off, it's fading a goat on a square that looks free as ma. Shit's green recently. He's been heating up the last couple games at least. I know not overall. I know he's not still himself, but he's been hitting better the last couple, and he's certainly been getting singles. He's got a great matchup to not get a single, in my opinion, against a guy, Giolito, who's probably going to walk him once, if not twice. Giolito's been all over the fucking place this season. If he misses, it's going to be a fucking turkey right down the middle, and he's going to take one right center field into the Red Sox bullpen. It's not going to be a single, respectfully. Or he swings for the fucking fences, thinks he's him, and strikes out. I'm not seeing any paths to singles here.
Yeah.
And Goots, I've had some pretty good success fading goats in this category, mainly Freddie Freeman, to be honest with you. Whenever they put up Freddie, bless his heart, the guy's been a single merchant all season, but whenever they put him up there on Prize Picks, he's never getting a fucking single. It's the craziest thing ever, dude. And this gives me the same vibes, dude. Relatively green charts. I looked on the odds on the books. I was between him and Mountcastle, I believe, were the two weird single squares. Yeah, I was between them two. I thought it was weird that Mountcastle, who typically can only hit lefties, that's something that, any baseball fan knows. The guy's a lefty masher. Thought it was kind of weird that he was getting more respect on the books. He's actually minus 130 to get a single. And if you look at Gunnar Henderson odds, he's minus 115 both ways.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird to me. And made me think, okay, Gunner's not getting a fucking single today. He might get a home run. He might get a couple doubles. He might even get a fucking triple in one of the weird corners, nicks and crannies of that Fenway Park Stadium, right? Who knows? But he ain't getting a single, Goots.
You're right. I mean, Gunner's quick, so he could, if he gets the ball,
anything in the gap, anything down the line, anything off the wall, he's getting 2. He's a fucking hustler, dude.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like you're buying in a little bit.
One thing I'll keep in mind is, you're right. He hustles. So he can get some infield singles potentially. So I'd be scared with that. But,
Yeah. If he squeaks out an infield single, I will tip cap. But that's a good point.
Yeah.
Look out for those infield
I don't know how you
squeaks.
begin to lab a square like this, but hey, more power to you.
Hopefully it goes like the Freddie Freeman. Less than singles have been going. Knock on wood.
He just, he goes 2 for 4 with a nuke and a double. How about
2 home runs. 3 Goots. He can hit 3 of them. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then Trevor Williams. Let me give you the breakdown on this guy. Trevor Williams was up here yesterday for the same square, but it's even weirder now. And by the way, I love giving the crafty veteran another day to get in the fucking lab, to game plan, the rest. That's exactly what he is. He's not a flamethrower. He's no Aroldis Chapman. He's a crafty vet.
Yeah, he
goes 89.
The lowest velo in the league.
He's the definition of crafty. An extra day for him, Goots, is huge. An extra day for him compared to Smith-Shawver. And by the way, it took every fucking ounce of strength in my body, Goots, to not fade Smith-Shawver today.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to keep the bias out of it. But you guys look at that fucking square and you tell me the Nats' first 5 isn't coming through today. You can't. That shit's free as ma. I'm not betting it. You guys can all bet it. You can profit. You can turn a quick coin. I'm not betting it. But if I could recommend you one thing, and I'm 1-0 giving out these takes since I fucking banned betting the Nats games, gave you guys the under 2 games ago. That shit was free as ma. Tonight, it's Nats first 5. That shit's free as shit. It's the best play on the board, probably, to be honest with you.
That's on board.
Not betting it. Being good, being responsible. Because if I bet it, it's cursed. And that shit's not hitting. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, Goots. So we're going to work smarter, not harder for the rest of the year. And we're not going to bet the Nats. You guys could bet, though, and turn a profit. Could be the difference. Yes. Could be. Trevor Williams. Yesterday was minus 115 both ways for this earned runs allowed square against the Red Hot Braves. I fucking bet. And then now he's minus 125 to the under. Excuse me. Now he's minus 125 to the under. Crazy. What has changed over one night? I'll tell you what's changed, Goots. You give the crafty vet another 24 hours to prep against this Braves team that's prone to strike out a time or two. Bless their hearts. They're in for a rude awakening this afternoon.
The odds makers are looking into his preparation.
Only thing I could think of as to why that's now at minus 125.
Got it.
Only thing I could think of.
Okay.
C-Dot likes Smith Shawver.
Yeah, I like
more
that
than
angle.
4.5 hits allowed. Sure.
I like that angle.
Sure. I like that. I like that.
Keeps out the
All right.
potential quality start or potential win, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, with the fantasy score.
All right. Yeah, man. Trevor, he's going to go out there and fucking shove. If you guys want a third square, you could add that, Smith Shawver less than fantasy score. I can't do it. I can't do it. For the betterment of me, my Nats, you guys, I'm not fucking betting that shit on the books. I get one Nat square a day, if that, involving that game. It worked out well the other night for Mitchell Parker. One square max. And I'm cashing in on Trevor Williams. That shit is free as ma. Less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. I've already seen it. That square has no business being up. And Goots, if you don't mind, can we show the people what it looks like? I feel like that might help. Let's go ahead and give that a peep. Do I even need to say anything here? Yeah, the squares have not been a problem, C-Dot. You're right. And we have been locked in on first 5 plays. I appreciate that, Cam. Yes. Thank you. W, Trevor Williams square. Rodon is splooging right now. Is he having a day? I mean, the Rangers bats stink. They fucking stink, dudes. All right. You guys almost got me to lock in a Nats 3-piece by saying shit like this. I'm not going to do it. Goots, I'm going to be good. I want to do it so bad. I'm not going to do it. If I did do it, though, it would be Trevor Williams less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. It would be Smith Shawver less than fantasy score. And it would probably be whatever the weirdest looking bat is
in
the Nats lineup.
Did you see Jovan's 2-piece?
No.
It's 2-piece. Look who's in there.
Okay. I swear to God, he just put shit in there to get reactions. The guy doesn't give CJ Abrams ever.
Plums 2-piece.
The only 2 times he's ever given out CJ is when we don't have BTL, when we're down there in Texas for a week, and when he's fucking away at a wedding. That's Jovan clip farming right there.
I mean, it might be sharp. Might be onto something.
Oh, dude.
3-piece right there.
I'm not saying that I'm locking it in, but if I did lock it in, it would look something like this. Trevor Williams, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. AJ Smith-Shawver, you're in for a rude awakening tonight, buddy. NL MVP, my fucking ass. Hashtag Natitude. Learn about it. See how it goes. We're about to have 6 lefties in that lineup, including a Bobby Barrel debut. Good fucking luck. Chat, tell me why the Braves are minus 150 with the best young pitcher in baseball against the measly Nats and Trevor Williams is 6 ERA. Riddle me that. 2 words. Riddle me that. You can't. You can't riddle me it because it doesn't make fucking sense. CJ fucking. Who, by the way, just does not get enough love, respect. He just doesn't. He's the best fucking shortstop, Goots, in the National League, and nobody gives a hoot.
He's good.
Statistically.
Statistically, at this moment, I guess
I'm not
yeah.
saying he's like actually the best. I know.
Because he's not, but yeah.
I know there's potential future Hall of Famers involving Lindor. There's Ellie De La Cruz on the cover of MLB The Show. Go check his stats. They're moose shit.
No.
I know there's other guys. But right now, he is the best shortstop in the National League statistically. If you want to throw in Dansby Swanson, who has more nukes, great. Go check his fucking batting average. Go check his OPS. Go check out the shortstops leading OPS in the entire fucking league. And it's CJ Abrams. Number one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm locking in the three-piece. Fuck it.
Turner.
I'm locking in the three-piece.
I'm sure you are. And we should get to the squad right so you can stop talking about the Nats.
Yep.
It's my goal.
Great call, Goots. Although we have time, no surge, right? I believe. Yeah. Let me drop this lineup to the three-piece for the peeps. No way we got GG Padres in the chat. Oh my God. That game is fucking tied. No shot. This is what I'm talking about, chat. You can't fade streaks on the books and expect success. Whether the Padres win or lose, I am proud of myself for not taking the bait. And with that being said, go ahead and get your Padres ML live tickets in because they're free. But I am proud of myself, win or lose, that I did not force fading that fucking streak. Extend this BTL so I have something to do during work. We got some meetings this afternoon, but we can extend it for a couple. All right? Now, I also get scared extending it because then we get all the surge stream people coming in voting and messing with the BTL squad rides. But we could extend it. Shout out Jackson Merrill. Let's fucking go. I'm so hype. If you guys want to tail that Nats three-piece that I talked myself into tailing, but I blame you guys because you were super hype about it. There we go. Yeah, why don't we do the squad ride now? And if you want to linger around for a couple minutes, we can. And answer some questions. Okay? Why don't we run it, Gootsy? If you don't mind, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right, squad. W squad ride last night. W Nathan Lukes. W Nukes Q. Luke's Q coming through last night with a fucking nuke. Last second buzzer beater with 2 outs. I still cannot believe it. Unbelievable. Chad, I think they're still trying to find their new spots right now. So we should have more updates on that in the coming days. All right. Let's take a peep at the squad ride options. We'd love to wrap this puppy up, get these votes in soon. And right now I'm looking at a couple plays that I love. Hurricanes ML is going in there. Respectfully, it is. Now we got to have a little combo about the Timberwolves. We got to have a combo. And one of Yanks, Jorbeat Vivas. Are you fucking kidding me, Kuria? Are you kidding me, bro? That's who's coming through? Man. Just yell at us till we vote Canes. You know, not a bad move, greatest catch. Yeah. Not a bad move. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. Just put your 3 sharp report picks and let's go. Mahoney, I don't hate that, but I also don't want to let any plays get swept. Let's go through the rest of the slate. Make sure we're not missing shit. Can't put the Nats first 5 ML in here, but that shit's free. You guys bet accordingly. I like the Angels. I like the over in that game, but probably not enough to play. And it's kind of square. I'm sure the Rockies will win outright today somehow with Herman Marquez. But like I said earlier, we're not taking that bait. The Pirates are barely dogs today. Nobody's talking about that. I haven't heard one person mention the Pirates barely being dogs in this game. I certainly would lean the Pirates, but probably don't like that play more than the ones up in the sharp reports. Orioles are banned. That game should be fun, though. Pretty weird seeing that total down to 8 involving Povich and Giolito's combined 12 ERA. That's weird. I want that on record. That's weird. We do not have a KBO option yet. I don't even think the odds are out until later tonight. So we do not. You got George Kirby making his debut against Lance McCullers. I like the over in that game, but do I like it more than the total that's already in the sharp report? Probably not. Why don't we go ahead and put the 3 plays in there from the sharp report today, Goots? There's no other goosage available on the slate. We'll keep it to 3 plays, 3 winners. We'll go Guardians, Tigers, under 8. We'll go Hurricanes, ML. And we'll go Timberwolves plus 7.5. okay? 3 plays, 3 winners. Get involved. All right, Guardians, Tigers, under 8, which I do not want to let that play get swept. I really like that fucking play. I like that play better probably than the Timberwolves at this point. 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurricanes, ML, Guards, Tigers, under 8. And the T-Wolves plus 7.5 that everybody's on. C-Dot, take it, man. I'm going to be a martyr here, and I'm not going to take it. I will take one for the team. I'm not betting the Nats. I'm not even kidding. It's not a bit. I'm not betting the Nats. And ever since I haven't bet them, I've gotten every single fucking read right. And that's probably not going to stop. Knock on wood. That's probably not going to stop. If I don't bet them and I just give you guys reads, shit turns green 9 times out of 10. Okay? 3 plays, 3 winners for the squad ride. Get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Get involved. And yes, Kyle asking the right questions. Me and Goots. This is no fucking bit. This is no joke. Me and Goots are going Goots on grounds to course this weekend. You guys saw the fucking wager wheel spin. Okay, perfect timing. Good reminder here in the chat. I meant to tell you guys. You guys saw the wager wheel spin. And whether it was rigged or not, I still cannot confirm or deny. We're going to have a talk about that, Goots. You guys saw the fucking spin. I got to go see him in his next fucking series. And if that's out there in Coors Field and that's where I got to fade him, that's where I got to fade him. The tickets have been purchased. Shout out SeatGeek. SeatGeek's fucking fire. You can pick your own seats in the row. You don't have to just fucking randomly select them and you get the worst fucking seats that are available. SeatGeek. You got to do the roll call, Krabs. You couldn't torture me enough to do that crazy ass roll call. People acting like they're on the fucking team. You could not pay me. You couldn't torture me to do that shit. I will be there for every single game in the Yankees-Rockies series. I'm fading Aaron Judge every fucking game, and I'm doubling down the profits. I'm taking him not to get a home run. I'm nuking it. I'm rolling over the profits every single game, and I'll see you guys on fucking Sunday night after he goes 3 games with no nukes. 3 games, no nukes cues, and we're rich. I mean, the odds might be plus money for him not to hit home runs. Should get good value. We'll see how it goes. Get those squad ride votes in. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Get involved. How many home runs do you guys think he's hitting? I'm going to guess 0. How can I see your prize picks plays again? First time chatter. W's. My 2 prize pick squares were Trevor Williams, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. And we're taking Gunnar Henderson, less than half a single. I'll post them in the Discords. I'll post it on X. It'll be posted on the BTL X account with the Sharp Report, with the plays on there. So check out the BTL account. I'm sure that's going to be posted in the next couple minutes here. Okay? How many nukes Qs is Aaron Judge hitting in Coors Field? Hopefully 0. If he hits none, I'm rich. Starting with a unit and doubling down every game. We'll see how it goes. And how about the Canes on the ice tonight for the squad ride? Love to see it. Love to see it. And yeah, sitting in the outfield, no gloves in sight. Just vibes, trying to rob some home runs. And you know if I catch that shit, I am launching it immediately back on the fields. I'm hosing a guy out at home. It might look like I'm playing fucking left field in that game. We will be there all weekend. W Goots. WBTL today. WLC getting involved. WTMA before BTL today. If you guys missed it, go back and rewatch on the YouTube. And if Zach Hampel's boots on ground, I'm going to have to go have a word with that gentleman. Just have a little heart-to-heart with the guy. A little convo, maybe a little interview. Go up on the Bookit YouTube. Zach Hampel might be there, folks. W Tap coming in, resubbing as well. Big fucking W's Tap. Big fucking W's Tap. Sure we can. Nerfy chat, if you don't mind, message me on Twitter with any recs. I would love to check it out. I would love to check it out. If you don't mind, DM me that so I don't forget. Okay? Don't forget KBO later. Skywalker, if that would make your day today, I would love to give out another KBO play tonight. Anything for you, Skywalker. You're fucking him. 20 gifted if you steal Hampel's glove. Shouldn't be easy. You think that guy's putting up a fight? Dude's arms look like string beans. Fucking bozo. All right, chat. That's probably when we wrap it up here. W Goots, WBTL. We'll be back TBD tomorrow. Okay, because we are traveling tomorrow during the day. TBD BTL tomorrow, but we'll do something. Okay, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place on the next BTL. Stay posted for updates. We're heading to fucking Denver tomorrow for the series, Yankees-Rockies. We'll catch you guys next time, same place. We'll be. Peace.